Good day everyone. So for now, we're going to discuss week 5 of our Mathematics 8 problem solving involving triangle congruences. So last time, we have learned about the different theorems and postulates such as SSS, SAS or SAS, and ASA or ASA congruence. So for now, I will be showing the examples in your learner's packet so that you will be able to understand how to solve problems involving them. I want you to remember these two main top ideas or points. We have the CP-CTC, that means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So, kung yung dalawang triangle daw ay congruent, therefore, yung mga parts din nila ay congruent sa isa't isa. And we also have, if the corresponding parts of two triangles are congruent, then their measures are equal. Okay. So, we have there the word corresponding parts congruent. Ibig sabihin, kung congruent sila, yung measures nila ay equal din. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? We have this example. Sabi dito, solve for the measure of the missing parts of congruent triangles. And our given here is triangle TOP is congruent to triangle MID. Ito yung dalawang triangle. Sila daw ay congruent. Kanina, we have the so-called CP, TCP, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So, kung congruent yung dalawang triangle, therefore, yung parts nila ay congruent din. And then, in our illustration, ang meron lamang given na measure ay si triangle TOP. Merong measurements yung tatlong sides niya at yung dalawang angles niya. Angle O measures 37 degrees, while angle T measures 90 degrees. Since there is a sign of a box that indicates that it is a right angle. So, ang mga hanapin nating measurements ay measure ni angle P, angle D, angle I, side MI, side DM, and side DI. So, paano natin isosolve yun? Dun tayo sa next idea na if the parts are congruent, then their measures are equal. So, we need to identify the congruent parts between these two triangles. So, we need to flip triangle MID para ma-pair natin kung alin yung mga congruent parts nila. Upon flipping, you will realize that the congruent parts are this. Okay. Yan. We have the congruent parts. Sa sides muna tayo. MI is congruent to TO. Then DM is congruent to PT. And DI is congruent to PO. Yun yung mga congruent parts. At since sila ay congruent, yung measures nila ay equal din. So, i-equate lang natin sila or yung congruent sign, papalitan lang natin ng equal. That's why we have here MI is equal to TO, DM is equal to PT, and DI is equal to PO. Siyempre, dahil equal nga sila, same din ang measurements nila. Dito tayo sa una, side TO measures 12 cm, that's why side MI measures also 12 cm. Side PT measures 9 cm, therefore, side DM measures 9 cm too. And so as side DI, it measures 15 cm since the measure of side PO is 15 cm. This is a simple illustration para lang makita ninyo na kapag sila ay congruent, same yung measurements nila. Pwede nyo siyang i-equate. Okay? Tapos, para makuha natin yung measurement ng missing part, isa-substitute lang natin yung measurement na nandun sa illustration. So, doon naman tayo sa angles. Dito sa angles natin, we can see that we have missing measure for angle P. So, kailangan isolve muna natin yun bago natin hanapin yung iba pang measurements ng angle. How are we going to find the measure of angle P? So, take note that the sum of the measures of angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So, lahat ng triangle, kapag pinag-add-add nyo lahat ng measures nila, equal sila sa 180 degrees. Para makuha natin yung measure ng angle P, isusubtract natin yung sum ni angle O at ni angle T sa 180 degrees. So, we have measure of angle P is equal to 180 minus the sum of measure of angle T plus measure of angle O. And then, we simply substitute the measurement. Anong measure ni angle T? Ang measure ni angle T ay 90 degrees at sa measure ni angle O is 37 degrees. That's why we have 180 minus the sum of 90 and 37. And what is 90 plus 37? So we have 127. And 180 minus 127 is equal to, very good, 53 degrees. So, meron na tayong measure ngayon ni angle P. Okay, so kompleto na yung measurements ng angle natin dito sa first triangle. So, since kompleto na yung measurement nila, pwede na nating makuha yung missing parts pa. Katulad ni angle D at ni angle I. Paano? So, we identify the congruent angles. Okay, so we have angle I is congruent to angle O. Since they are congruent, their measures are also equal. So, measure of angle I is equal to measure of angle O. At ano ang measure ni angle O? The measure of angle O is 37 degrees. So, therefore, the measure of angle I is also 37 degrees. Next angle, we have angle D is congruent to angle P. And if they are congruent, therefore, their measures are also equal. At ano ang measure ni angle P? It is 53 degrees. Therefore, measure of angle D is also 53 degrees. Okay. So, kompleto na ang ating missing parts. We have the measures of the sides and also the measures of the missing angle. Hindi na natin kukunin yung measurement ni angle T at ni angle M. Kasi dito sa illustration natin, it shows that it is a 90-degree angle. At kapag 90-degree angle, lahat sila ay equal. Let's have the second example. The given here is triangle SAP is congruent to triangle LET. Then solve for the values of x and y. So this time, meron tayong kailangan na isolve the value of x and the value of y. Unlike dun sa unang example natin, itong triangle natin ay merong mga congruence symbol. Kaya hindi na natin sila kailangan pang i-flip para makita natin yung congruent parts nila. Ang gagawin na lang natin, i-identify na lang natin kung alin yung congruent parts based dun sa illustration. So, dun tayo muna sa solve for x. So, when we solve for x, ang meron tayo ditong value ng x ay sa side SA. Okay? So, sino ba ang kakongruent ni side SA? Correct. Side SA is congruent to side LE. And since they are congruent, their measures are also equal. So, we have SA is equal to LE. Next thing to do, we apply the substitution property. When we say substitution, isa-substitute o papalit natin yung value na nandoon sa ating illustration or sa ating given doon sa ating representation na SA at LE. Ano ang representation ni SA dito sa illustration? Tama, x plus 15. At ano ang katumbas ni LE sa illustration, we have 31. So, si x plus 15 at si 31, ipapalit natin dito kay SA at LE. Kaya, mag-a-apply tayo ng substitution property of equality. That's why magiging x plus 15 equals 31 na siya. Okay, next. Our goal is to solve for x. So, para ma-solve natin si x, we need to isolate it or kailangan siya lang mag-isa dun sa side na yun, sa left side ng equation. So, kailangan nating ma-eliminate si positive 15. Paano natin siya i-eliminate? So, we get the opposite of positive 15. Ang opposite niya ay negative 15. That's why, ang next step natin ay magiging x plus 15 minus 15 is equal to 31 minus 15. Kung mapapansin ninyo, pinalitan ko yung colors niya para ma-identify ninyo na pareho ko siyang ginawa sa left at sa right side ng ating equation. Okay? So, in this case, we apply the subtraction property of equality. Bakit subtraction? Kasi we use minus. Saan nang galing yung minus 15? Dun sa opposite ng plus 15. Okay? So, nag-minus 15 ka dito sa left side. Kaya dapat magma-minus 15 ka din sa right side. Kaya nga, property of equality. Kung anong ginawa mo sa left side, gagawin mo din sa right side ng equation. Okay. At saan nang galing yung minus 15? Doon sa opposite ng plus 15. So, we continue solving. What is 15 minus 15? Correct, it is 0. And what is 31 minus 15? Okay, we arrive at the answer, x equals 16. Yan. So, sa pagsasolve natin dito, we apply two properties of equality. We have the substitution property and the subtraction property of equality. Okay? So now, we need to solve for y. Alin naman yung merong given na y? Yes, you are correct. We have the side LT. Okay? And then, look for the congruent part or kung alin yung kakongruent ni LT dun sa kabilang triangle. And that is side SP. Okay? So, we arrive at SP is congruent to LT. And since they are congruent, they have equal measures. So, we have SP is equal to LT. Next, we need to apply substitution property of equality. Substitute natin yung value ni SP at ni LT sa ating equation. And SP is 29 and LT is y minus 4. That's why we have 29 equals y minus 4. Now, para hindi tayo mahirapang mag-solve, kailangan yung ating may variable lagi nasa left side ng ating equation. So, we apply symmetric property of equality. When we say symmetric, pagbabaliktarin natin or pagpapalitin natin ng position yung nasa left at nasa right side ng equation. Kaya magiging y minus 4 equals 29 na siya. Yan. And now, our goal is to solve for y. So, dapat ma-isolate natin siya o dapat siya lang mag-isa dun sa left side ng equation. This time, ibig sabihin, kailangan mawala si minus 4 doon. So, kagaya kanina, nag-apply tayo ng subtraction property of equality. This time naman, hanapin naman natin ano opposite ni negative 4 o ni minus 4. Yes, you are correct. The opposite of minus 4 is plus 4. So, this time, we need to add 4 in both sides of the equation. Okay, that's why we have y minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 29 plus 4. Ngayon naman, ang ating in-apply ay addition property of equality since nag-add tayo. Okay? Nag-add tayo sa left ng 4, kaya mag-a-add din tayo sa right ng 4. Okay, and then we proceed now in simplifying the equation. So we have y minus 4 plus 4 is 0. And then 29 plus 4 is 33. So we arrive at the answer y equals 33. Okay? So dito naman, in solving y, we apply substitution property, symmetric property, and addition property of equality. So take a look of the solution for this second example kasi madalas ganito yung may encounter ninyong problem when it comes to solving triangle congruences. So mahalaga lang natatandaan ninyo kapag congruent sila, equal ang measures nila. So you need to equate them or dapat yung i-equal nyo sila. And then, sa pagsisimplify, laging nasa left side si variable. Tapos, ang laging goal natin ay ma-isolate yung variable natin para ma-solve natin siya. So, I want you to remember this. In solving problems involving triangle congruence, if the parts are congruent, then they have equal measures. And these are the properties of equality that you need to apply. We have the addition or the subtraction property of equality. When we say addition or subtraction, kung anong inad sa left, siyang i-add sa right. Or kung anong sinubtract sa left, siya ding isusubtract sa right. Symmetric property, yun yung pinagpapalit ng position yung nasa left and right side ng equation. Multiplication or division property of equality. Ang multiplication property of equality, kung ano multiplyin mo sa left, siyang imamultiply mo sa right. Sa division property naman, kung anong dinivide mo sa left, siyang i-divide mo din sa right. And we also have the substitution property of equality. Kapag may value sila, pwede mo silang i-substitute doon sa equation. So, thanks for watching. I hope that you learned from this video.